Welcome back to another edition of Vikings Film Room, brought to you by the Vikings Entertainment Network. I'm your host, Pete Bercich. Now, the Minnesota Vikings, fresh off their bye, welcome in the Dallas Cowboys. Halloween night at US Bank Stadium, 7:20 kickoff. And what could be scarier than this star-studded Dallas Cowboys team coming to Minnesota? 460 yards a game, 34 points a game. Just how are we going to deal with this group? Well, let's take a look at the film and find out how our offense can exploit their defense and then some of these stars that we need to stop on the Dallas Cowboy offensive side of the ball. Now, the New England Patriots took advantage of the Dallas Cowboys on the ground, and they did so through man blocking and giving the Dallas Cowboys some schemes up front that they had to deal with. So in this first play, you'll see that the Dallas linebackers really all throughout this game struggled with the movement, struggled with fits, struggled with covering a guy man-to-man, and then having to all of a sudden look back in and take care of the run. The first play is the old wham play. And what I mean by that is you'll see for New England on the right-hand side, this tight end starts shuffling in. Watch the center. What the center is going to do is he'll snap the ball, but he'll work his way immediately to the linebacker. And right as the nose tackle comes across the line of scrimmage, fullback kicks him out, but Leighton Vander Esch is sitting back. He's not attacking. He's just sitting back and reading, which gives the guard some time to get up, just get a hand on him, and there's that cutback seam all the way and a big run by New England. So this misdirection man-to-man blocking, I think, is going to be very, very good for Dalvin Cook. Okay, another example of the New England Patriots using this man style of blocking, this counter cutback style of running game. And what you're going to see is number 6, the safety Donovan Wilson. He's covering the wing. The number 42, his eyes are on the running back. But as this play develops, you'll notice number 93, the defensive tackle for the Dallas Cowboys, he really gets washed inside and underneath, which opens up this hole. The puller, he pulls outside, blocks Micah Parsons. As the linebacker goes back in on the guard, there is just nobody in the middle of this field, and this is a good 15 to 20 yards to the good. Great run at the end, not a lot of great tackling. There you go, that cutback man, counter style of running game did really well for the New England Patriots. Okay, the next play. The other thing that the Patriots did is they utilized the jet sweep. Not as necessarily a handoff play, but as something to get the linebackers to quit looking at the tailback. And if they pull themselves right out of the play, you'll see here, you fake the jet sweep, you hand the ball off, and as soon as the guard loops around, you're going to see Micah Parsons and Leighton Vander Esch are pulled almost completely out of the play, and they can't adjust and get back in time. And then you have another nice gap up the middle and another second level run. So I think Dalvin Cook is going to have a lot of these opportunities on Halloween night. Another example of the jet sweep, this time it's against a blitz. You see Keanu Neal on the right side of your screen. You'll see him blitz off the edge, and it's kind of like everybody goes for the okie doke. You watch Micah Parsons, he pulls himself completely out of the screen almost, trying to chase the outside, and it's just the inside handoff. So a little smoke and mirrors, a little thing to keep these guys off base, especially when they're playing a lot of man-to-man, and Dalvin Cook's going to have opportunities. Okay, in the passing game, I also think this is going to be a great chance for our running backs when they're one-on-one with linebackers. And you'll see in this case, you'll see Leighton Vander Esch, the linebacker really to the right, just a simple drop-back passing play. Quarterback gets to the top of his drop, and he's looking for his outlet. But as the running back catches this ball, you'll notice all the space around Leighton Vander Esch. You get Dalvin Cook one-on-one with Vander Esch with this kind of space, and you're going to get this kind of result. Nice cutback. Vander Esch barely gets a piece of him. That's a 10-yard check down. We'll take that all day long. Here's another example of how the New England Patriots took advantage of this man-to-man coverage underneath. Now, in this case, Micah Parsons, number 11, who plays defensive end and then plays off the ball. In this case, he's one-on-one with the running back to his side. And you'll see they'll just work him outside and then bend him up. And then Parsons, unable to make that turn, opens up, easy throw and catch. That's another 16, 17 yards to the good. So in space, one-on-one, we could take advantage of this linebacking group. And of course, once you get the running game going, you have this. You have the play-action passing game. And so As this play fake is made, you'll see both the linebackers holding and holding, opens up a little seam in behind. You got the middle high safety. The tight end puts a nice little stick move to the inside. That's a throw that Kirk Cousins can make. I expect a big day out of our tight ends up the seams. Now, what is scary about this defense is Randy Gregory. You'll see him number 94. This guy can pretty much do anything in the pass rush game. On this first one, you'll see him stem inside, get that tackle to sit and set, uses his hands to speed, and boom, hit, force fumble, ball on the ground. Dallas Cowboys recover. He is explosive off the edge. Now, we saw him beat you with speed. He can also beat you with power. Over on the left side of your screen, watch the power move, pass rush, gets the tackle onto his heels, and then works himself underneath. So these powerful hands, pushes back the tackle, works his way underneath, and another sack. Randy Gregory can ruin your day very quickly. So the Patriots decide, well, our tackles need a little help on Randy Gregory, but this is a nice little blitz. These are the little intricacies of football that I absolutely love. Now you'll see the safety lined up on 85, just keeping an eye on him, but what they do is actually pretty cool because that tight end is in there to chip. And once the tight end goes in to chip, that safety comes off the edge and he has that tight end beat around the edge and you have another pressure on the quarterback. Could have been ruled a fumble, but it wasn't in this case. So if you try to chip them, the Dallas Cowboys have ways schematically to also benefit from you double teaming, chipping, and trying to stop Randy Gregory from getting in your backfield. Defensively, we're going to have our work cut out for us. You've got yourself a really, really solid Dallas Cowboy offense, but it's always in the hands of Dak Prescott. The Vikings love to play cover two, and in this case, with Dalton Schultz, their tight end, you've got to be very, very careful. And you'll see Schultz at the bottom of your screen. Just really cover two, gets around that linebacker, and just bends it in. You can see the space between the safety and the middle linebacker, and that's all the room Dak Prescott needs. Zips that ball, great throw to the back shoulder away from the middle linebacker in the middle of the field, turns around and gets that thing down to the 1 yard line. Now, another great receiver, Amari Cooper. You'll see him in the slot, and this is one of the things that he is so good at running when he is in the slot. Play fake, sort of a bootleg. Amari Cooper looks like he's running the deep over. He'll just stop his feet right at that hash mark, work his way back outside, and be wide open. Dak Prescott finds him for the first down. So Cooper underneath, he's so good at running these routes, planting his feet, redirecting, very hard to keep up with in a man-to-man situation. And finally, the walk-off game winner. Again, another play-action pass, and you'll see CeeDee Lamb at the top of your screen. He beats that corner inside, and the Patriots have absolutely nobody. This bottom half of the field is absolutely wide open. Prescott throws it up, catch, touchdown, game over. So you have to keep an eye on CeeDee Lamb. So in conclusion, man-to-man blocking, some counters, some different things up front. Big day for a guy like C.J. Ham. I think Dalvin Cook will have a great day, not only on the ground, but through the air. Defensively, we've got a lot of guys that we have to stop. But they will put the ball in the hands of Dak Prescott to win this game. They want to throw the football. You got to keep an eye on CeeDee Lamb, and you got to be physical with Amari Cooper.